Hello guys, it's Linkzels here, and today we'll be continuing Game Logic. Now, down the way, let's get into it. Backgammon, 2000 BC. Have you ever played a game of Backgammon? Then Backgammon. In this game, you roll dice to move multiple pieces along a board in a race and have all your pieces home free before your opponent. The ancient Romans played two Backgammon. 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 The Greeks and Romans imported the older of the two games from the Middle East. This game was known as Ludus Nicombandstriptimum, which in Latin means a game of 12 markings. The Romans made some changes to the game, which is called tabula, Latin for table. Both the game 12 markings and tabula are popular. The Romans often played for money. Archaeologists also have found some game boards carved into the tops of tables and in the ruins of Popula. A Roman city was destroyed by a volcano in 79 CE. There, they found a They've even found a painting of Tabula players getting kicked out of a tavern. You don't know what a tavern is? A tavern is an establishment where alcoholic liquors are sold to be drunk on the premises. Emperors loved the game as much as common folk did. Emperor Claudius, 10 BCE to 54 CE, even wrote a book about tabula. He also had a board installed in his chariot. Both the board and gold tabula were identical to the modern backgammon. Backgammon. The game is a mix of skill and luck. The backgammon board has 24 triangular points with row of dice. Each player tries to move their 15 stones or checker-like pieces from point to point around the board. The winner is the first to bear off or move all the pieces off the board. Roman religion spread tabula throughout the Roman Empire. After the empire fell, the game began to fade in Europe. Europeans rediscovered the game after cruisers brought it back with them from the Middle East, where it was still played. The game and its variations became very popular in Europe by the 17th and 18th centuries. By then, a British version of the game has surfaced called backgammon. The word backgammon comes from the English words back and game. In 1743, Emerald Howe, 1672 to 1769, a famous card and board game historian, solidified the rules of backgammon in a book called A Short Treatise on the Game of Backgammon. The rules have remained the same since. By the way, I'm pretty sure this book is actually going to get at the start a very historic variations, but I think as we go further into the book, it'll get more modern. Oh wait, let me know in discussions if you know any of these games or if you had played any. Did you know backgammon, under its various names, has been played continuously for more than 4,000 years? The ancient Chinese game Wei, pronounced Wei Qi, is thought to be around 3,000 years old. Many legends surround its creation, but no one knows quite sure how Wei Qi was actually began. It didn't work. The son mastered the game, but didn't change his ways. The emperor banished his son, made a farmer to the next ruler of China. No matter how it came about, Wei Qi became an important part of Chinese culture. By the Middle Ages, Chinese civil servants were expected to master the game as well as arts, such as painting and calligraphy. Today, the game also called Go, is immensely popular throughout East Asia and is played all over the world. Go is strategy game. The board has a grid of 19 by 19 squares. The rules are simple. Two players take turns laying down black or white stones on the grid. I think I played this before actually, but digital. Yeah, I actually played this digital version. Oh yeah, I did. The goal is to surround the other players' stones and take them prisoner. To win, the player must capture the most territory and prisoners. The game of Go may sound simple, but it requires very careful planned actions because of the number of moves that are possible. Did you know? Did you know when the game of Weiqi spread to Japan around 500 CE, the Japanese changed its name to Go. After the first two moves in a Go game, 130,000 next moves are possible. Chess or unknown game. Sixth century CE. Many schools and after-school programs have chess clubs where kids match strategy skills on a checkerboard. Do you play chess? This game has a lot of history behind it. India's Gupta Empire, 320 to 550 CE, gave us a game called Chungchungur. This is the common ancestor of modern forms of chess. Chungchungur, or Kator for short, is a four-player war game. The word Chungchungur means four limbs. Answer. Played on a checkered Kator pits military pieces. Infantry, aka soldiers trained to fight on foot. Horsemen, elephants and ships, commanded by a Raja of the four players, armies against one. Originally, players rolled dice to determine how a piece moves. Later, dice were removed from the game because Hindu laws of Manu opposed gambling. The game eventually evolved into a two-player game. Did you know when a game of oh, never mind. When Indian merchants traveled, they took the game with them. The game spread to Persia. When Muslim armies attacked Persia, the men took the game back to their homes and changed it yet again. Average game makers make the shapes more abstract. When people traveled and traded, they brought the game to Europe. Europeans eagerly adopted the game and made their own changes, just as earlier cultures did. Europeans of the Middle Ages added pieces that reflected their lives. Knights and bishops and queens. You will have two bishops. I forgot what the knights are. And one queen. By 1300s, the rules of chess as we know it today were established. Chess is a game of strategy that requires players to think ahead several moves and develop different plans based on an opponent's actions. This is how it's similar to a battlefield. How is this similar to a battlefield? Queens take charge of chess. Maneuvering the chess could be very slow. As the years pass, players in various countries try different ways to speed the game up. Most different didn't stick. In the 1300s, though, European players hit upon the idea of making some pieces more powerful. By the 15th and 16th centuries, the queen was the most powerful piece on the board. She can move in any direction for how many, as many spaces as she liked on the board. This reflected what real queens were doing at the time. Taking charge of countries across Europe. Powerful women ruled in Spain, Italy, and England. Powerful queens changed chess into a more complex and thrilling game. And that's for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Later. Wait. What I mean by very soon is not today, but what I mean by that is tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, please watch my videos to the end. I really need to get my monetization. Please subscribe.